Hey guys, welcome back to this series. So far so good. We've been able to do a lot and we are almost getting to the end of this series. So if you've not been following this series or this is your first time, I really recommend that you see the previous videos and come back to this one. The reason is so that you can catch up and be in sync with what we are doing. In our last video, we were able to cover how to delete an item from Firebase Database, but in this particular video, we are going to be focusing on something different. So we are going to be learning links. So what are links, or what is LINQ? LINQ stands for Language Integrated Query. It is really powerful for performing search. We are not going to be going through all the LINQ theories and what you can do with it, but we are going to be focusing on how we can use it to perform our search in this our series. Okay, so I'm going to pull up an example of what we're going to be having at the end of this particular video. So this is our app. So I can go ahead and search for Edward. So it retrieves Edward. If I want to search for Uchenna, retrieve Uchenna. So this search is really omni, right? So I can search beyond just the name. I can search for the department, the status, and even the set. Okay, so if I search for set 2012, it retrieves Uchenna Edward because his set is 2012. The same thing goes for the department. I can search for animal science. It retrieves Uchenna because his department is animal science. So LINQ actually makes search pretty easy. So we're going to go over how to do that just in a minute. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into it. So what we need to do first would be to add a test changed event listener to our search test. Okay, so this is where we define our search test. So we're going to go ahead and attach a test change event listener to it. So here I'm going to say search test dot test changed plus equal to and tab. Okay, so this will create a search test event handler for us. This is where we are actually going to be performing our search. So now to perform our search, I'm going to say list of alumni. I'm going to call this search result. This will be equal to from alumni in alumni list. So our main target is to select any alumni in our alumni list that meets our query. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say where alumni.fullname. Okay, it seems to have an error. We need to first of all import system.link. We don't have that yet. Okay, the full name. So this is now showing properly. So we now have alumni.fullname. I'm going to change this to lowercase. Dot contains search test dot test dot to lower. So this is our first query. So what we are doing here is that we are checking if our full name contains the test we have in our search test. Okay, so where we're actually using to lower is to ensure that this search is not case sensitive. So this is our first query to check if whatever we have in our search test matches to our full name. So we're going to go ahead and do the same thing for the set, the department, and our status. So it's quite straightforward. So once I have this, I'm going to say or alumni.set.toLower.contains search test.test.toLower. Okay, or so this is getting really long. I'm going to start from another line. So I'm going to search through our department as well. Search test.test.toLower. And finally, we're going to search through our status as well. So now that we've done for status, that will be all. Okay, so now we have some errors. We're going to have to fix that. This doesn't have a closing bracket. Oh, I think I've been making this mistake from the beginning. So now that we have that, we're going to cover the bracket to match with this. So the next thing will be to select our alumni, and we're going to convert our result to list. Okay, so you can just go ahead and just make this a method. Boom. So guys, this is all we needed to write for our LINQ statement. So all we are doing here is that we search through the properties we have. In the alumni class, we have only 4 properties. So we search through all the properties, and whatever result that we have that matches what we input in our search test, we'll convert it to a list, and this list we called it search result. the next thing we need to do will be to reset our recycler view to display the data in the search result. So to be able to do that, we're going to have to make our adapter a global variable. Initially, we declared it and we didn't think about making it a global variable. So I'm going to just copy this, then remove this. Now I'm going to paste it here so that I'll be able to access it from our search test event handler. So I'm going to say adapter will be equal to new alumni adapter, and I'm going to pass it our search result. So when we have this, I'm going to go ahead and say my recycler view the set adapter. I'm going to pass it our new adapter. Boom. So guys, to ensure that this works properly, we're going to go ahead and run our app. Okay, so application just loaded. So I'm going to shift this to this side. So we're going to go ahead and perform our search. So I click on the search button. Now we have a text box. First of all, I'm going to search for Uchenna. Okay, so as you can see, Uchenna was well retrieved. So I'm going to search for set 2009. So these are all the students that graduated in the set of 2009. So you can see this 2009, 2009. So the next would be to search for undergraduate students. So we only have one undergraduate. And let's search for departments, say music. And we have this. Okay. Boom. So guys, this is all we wanted to do in this class, and I'm very excited that we just hit it. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please consider hitting the subscribe button and turn on the bell notification so that you can always get notified whenever I make this kind of video. So guys, see you soon.